Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. So today's video, we're going to talk about the military drill no one is talking about. Now, Iran, Russia, and China are gathering in Central America for a big military drill. They are teaming up with, if I'm not mistaken, Nicaragua and Venezuela. They're actually holding this drill off the coast of Venezuela. Nicaragua is also involved as well. I think there might be a couple of other Central and even South American countries that'll get involved a little later, but as of right now, it's Nicaragua and Venezuela. So guys, this military drill is a big concern because they are now, if you will, in striking distance of the United States. Now, I know what some of you are going to say. They got their nuclear missiles. They can strike us whenever they want. Maybe they don't want to strike us with nukes, guys. Maybe they just want a full-on attack from that location. It'll be a lot easier and quicker for them to get from Central America to the United States rather than coming from across the ocean. And if they amass their troops, the Chinese amass their troops down in Central America, and they move all their military ships, if you will, to that point, and the Russians join and bring their military ships to that point, it's an easier and faster attack. Obviously, we'll still see them on radar, but coming from across the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean, more likely the Pacific Ocean, you'll see them coming for days. But with this, we'll see them coming for days, but it'll be less than a week they would get here. So again, guys, and they can launch missile attacks from that position closer by than again from all the way across, barring that they don't use nuclear weapons. Because if they do, then they have their missile with the hypersonic, which now this drill, guys, is being done in a show of force to let America know that they can be reached. This article actually is coming out of something called Iran Front. It's an Iranian newspaper, if you will. And this information is coming out of that. So being, guys, that Iran, China, and Russia are teaming up with 10 other nations to implement this drill to show the United States that, one, we need to fear them, and two, that they can reach us. This is a bad sign. And why isn't anyone talking about it? Why don't you hear about this on CNN or Fox NBC? Because you don't. Or Fox News, sorry, not MSNBC, I meant to say. Because you don't. They'd rather scare us about monkeypox, but not the real shit that's coming down the pipe. Because why would they all of a sudden now implement this drill at the heightened tension that we have with both China and Russia and Iran at this point? We have heightened tension with them, and these three countries are moving down to Central America to run a drill with 10 other nations. Now, the 10 other nations I couldn't get a list on. Rather, I didn't look too hard, but I probably will. They're joining this fucking military drill as well. There is a huge concern, guys, as far as national security goes with this drill, but yet no one's talking about it. At least the media is not talking about it. Now, the Russian and the Chinese guys are looking to build military bases in those countries. And probably the 10 other nations getting involved, they might build some military bases there. So they're going to build, I guess, pre-positioned, forward-deployed military bases, right? So these are just temporary bases that they're building in these nations. Again, this is information out of this article. That, guys, when I read that, was a giant alarm system going off in my head. I'm like, wait a minute, they're doing what? And if the United States knows this, why aren't they attacking? They could attack now. Now, why don't they attack? I know you guys are asking that, and I know some of you are answering it at the same time. You go, well, they're not attacking because if we do, it's going to be a nuclear war. Yes. But I also have this feeling, guys, that if they do attack us and we put up a bigger fight than they were expecting, they're going to launch that nuke anyway. So they're going to have the nuclear missiles, if you will, aimed at us, the United States. Remember I told you about China and their fucking missile fields. They're going to have those missiles aimed at us, and they're going to bully us into losing if we are winning. Now, they're going to take this fight head on, and they're going to see what they can do. But now, if you're using so many other countries to attack us as well, guys, we're fucked. We are undoubtedly fucked. Like I said before, I think the Chinese are going to be that, Mexico is going to be that buffer zone for us. But if they get Mexico involved, that's it. It's game over, because now they can come across the border on foot, if you will, or vehicles, sorry. So they don't have to fly anything over Mexico to get to us. They could just send their troops through Mexico. I see them being a buffer zone, but one part of me also sees them giving in and giving the Russians and the Chinese whatever they want, as long as they can be a part of the Russia brick pack. So the name of the war game that they're putting together, the drill that they're doing down there, is called Sniper Frontier. And when I was asking that in the live stream, that was a stupid name, Sniper Frontier. Then I got it. Hit from afar. Stay in a safe area. Stay in a safe distance with striking your enemy. With that being said, again, if that isn't a telling title to a war game, I don't know what is, guys. If none of this reeks, they're going to attack, I don't know what is. What else I can say to prove to you guys that this is something that they're building up to. I did a video on how the Russian and Chinese have been gathering military drills together, or rather doing military drills together, gathering intel, building a navy to attack the country. Some people like that's not likely to happen. Well, now they're in fucking Central America and South America and the Caribbean as well. So if they're in the Caribbean, by the way, this article came out about a couple weeks ago. And they talked about them taking over certain islands in the Caribbean, the Russian and the Chinese. On my way to Philly the other day, I drove with a lady who's from Jamaica. She says that I think Barbados is one of the countries, or either Barbados and some of Jamaica has a lot of Chinese there. They are talking about taking over the Caribbean, and those are the two islands that she mentioned. And we weren't even talking about this. And she mentioned that the Chinese, there were a lot of Chinese in those two countries. So again, guys, they're absolutely forming something. And the signs are there, and the breadcrumb trail is leading fucking right to them invading the United States. How much defense, or how much of a defense can we put up against an all-out attack against 10 nations with military tanks, military troops out the wazoo? We won't be able to outnumber that. Now, we would have to fight tactically and smart, but we wouldn't be able to outnumber that, and I would fear we would lose. We would definitely lose the southern half of the United States. But again, that's me speculating. But again, all the signs, guys, are pointing to an invasion. Now, Nicaraguan President Daniel Ortega has authorized Russia to use their waters and all of Central America water. So it sounds like the Nicaraguan president, Daniel Ortega, runs the other Central American countries as well. I guess that's the way the article made it sound. But they're going to be using and putting all their ships off the coast of Central American water, guys. So that is bad. That is bad. That is absolutely bad. But again, why aren't we doing anything about it? Now, I did see an article about some new weapons technology the United States has, and they're looking to test, and it has something to do with space. So if this technology is real, and it is true, maybe that's what they're going to rely on. I don't know. Or just maybe, the United States current administration, Biden, is going to let this happen. They're going to let these people roll in. And then we're going to ask for help from the UN. And once, guys, the UN gets here to help, it's game over. There's no more United States. Because the UN has wanted this fucking country for as long as I can remember. They've wanted more of a foothold in this country for as long as I can remember. So with something like this happening and them letting it happen, the signs are all there. Guys, the only way I'm looking at this now is this can lead to a bullying tactic to bully the United States into not even fighting this war and giving up right away, or this will become an actual war, and this will be the greatest war ever fought on this planet. This will probably make World War II and I combined look like a fucking walk in the park. Because if you attack this country, you're not only going to have the American people get involved, you're going to have every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry and anybody who could fucking raise a weapon involved in that fight. This will probably be the greatest war ever fought, if it comes down to it. Other than that, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching The Angry Truth channel.